Back on golf today, let's look back at Lydia Ko's season and how she got to the top in January, added win number 17 to her stellar resume, picked up the title at the Cambridge LPGA with the win, became the first LPGA player since Nancy Lopez to win 17 times for the age of 25. And then, of course, the BMW Ladies Championship last month secured win number 18 in South Korea, birdied 3 of the last 4. Final round 65 to win by 4 with the win. Now sits in 30th in the LPGA all-time career wins list. And this season's been fantastic for the player known as Lids. A couple of wins, 13 top 10 finishes, ranked second on the LPGA, and 3 top 10 finishes in majors. Her best finish, the T3 at the Amundi Evian Championship, which she has won. We're joined by Lydia now. Lydia, it's great to see you. Listen, to win in Korea must have been an experience hard to describe, but you did so beautifully in words and tears. How soulful and full circle was that win compared to others for you?
Yeah, I think going into the week, I was talking to my sister and my team and said, I would love to win in Korea at least once before my career is over. And just because it's a place that I was born and I have so many family members there, it was going to be a very special moment, whether it came like this year or at one point. I just wanted it to come, and I think when I won, I could feel the emotions and tears coming up, but the champagne celebration held that back a little bit. But afterwards, doing the interview, I realized how meaningful it was for me, and to have so many of my family members there as well. It was a special win, and I think something that I'll never forget. And I hope it was as special as it was for my family as it was for me.
Lydia, we've seen how good your season has been, even beyond the 2 wins, and how solid it's been. And you said recently that you're playing some of the best, most consistent golf of your career. That's a pretty high bar, given what you've done in your career. How do you feel as though you're a more complete player now than you were when you first started out on tour?
Yeah, I think, my career has had its own up and downs. I think, through the times when I wasn't playing as well, I was able to learn so much from that and not get too caught up on the bads now than probably when I was, playing at my best. But yeah, I think every experience just makes you grow, and you're able to learn from that and know that for the future. And I do think this might be one of the best period of golf that I've played. Yes, I won more in 2015 and 2016, but in general, I've been a little bit more in contention, and I think the more times I put myself there, I'm going to be more comfortable, being in the lead and, being in those final few groups, and hopefully have more fun trophy holding championship Sundays.
You've mentioned this kind of roller coaster that your career has been on, with some slumps, some highs. A couple of years ago, when you first started working with Sean Foley, you were in one of those slumps. You were outside the top 50 in the world rankings. Now you're number 3 in the world. What did Sean Foley bring to your game over the last couple of years that you had worked together?
Yeah, I think at that period of time, I was, obviously looking for some assistance in not just my golf swing, but also, clear some of the questions and doubts in my own head. And, Sean has been, more than just a golf swing coach. He was able to mentor me, and, we talk sometimes about non-golf related things. And he's able to just, in golf, for me to have a better understanding of my game and know that, sometimes the coach or the team's not going to be there. And I think through him, I just know myself better and know what some of my tendencies are. And I think that's super important going down the road, because it just helps me to grow and become a more whole player than to somebody that relies on their team being there to help guide me. So yeah, Sean is such a special person in not only in my golf, but outside of that, and he will forever be a great mentor for me. And I can't thank Sean enough for his time and support.
Lydia, I texted Sean the other day about you, and he said, I can't list how many ways I'm proud of Lydia, watching her find herself as a person has been the most special. And then he said, greatness is about what you do after you lose your way. How did you find your way back?
I think the people around me really helped me to kind of find this moment again. I know that through the ups and downs, I wouldn't be here today without, my team and my family. Sean was obviously a huge help in just help guiding me and believing in me even when I didn't believe in myself. I think, I had a lot of doubts in my head. I wondered if it was ever going to happen again. And then just winning in Hawaii last year was like a assurance to myself that, hey, I can be back in the winner's circle. But I think golf, it's like, it depends a lot on rhythm and momentum, and I feel like if you find the right feel and the right momentum, you're able to carry on from that, and I feel like I've been able to do that better, and I think that's why I've been able to play a little bit more consistently. But that's not to say I don't think I'm even close to being perfect yet. I think there's still so many aspects in my game that needs to be improved, but I just feel like I'm at a happy place, an exciting place, and in my life right now, and I think that has helped me on the golf course as well.
Lydia, we could fill this show talking about all the records you've set over the years, despite the fact that you are still only 25 years old. You've won majors, you've been world #1, you've won Player of the Year and may do so again this year. Do you have specific goals left that you have not yet accomplished in the game?
Yeah, I would love to. One of my big career goals was do the career Grand Slam, and being in the Hall of Fame would be really awesome too, because there are names there that they're legendary, and what they've done for the game is really incredible. So if I could be part of that, that would be definitely like a dream come true. But for me, I just try and focus on the small goals, which were increasing my fairways hit percentage and increasing my greens and regulation percentage as well. And I feel like when those aspects are better, I think the results and everything is going to continue. And as we all know with golf, one day you feel like you got everything, and the next day you're not really sure, what those feels were anymore. So it keeps us humble, and I think it keeps me motivated to keep playing, and to know that no matter what ranked player I am, there's always things that I can improve on, and I'm going to focus on those aspects.
To that point, Lydia, I know on Instagram you said you're moving away from Sean Foley because of logistics, and I know that you've worked some off and on with Ted O, but how much do you feel like you own your swing now, and coaches are more for maintenance as opposed to philosophical changes?
Yeah, I think I've learned more about my tendencies. Know that when that time of the month comes around, these are the aspects that happen to my body, and that leads to this, and this in my golf swing. Or when I'm fatigued, this is what happens. Or when I'm nervous, this is what happens. So I don't have it all sorted out. That's why we do all need that little bit of guidance. But I do feel like I have a better understanding of my game, and what are the things that I always need to keep an eye out for. And I think that has just helped me to keep it a lot more simple, that when I'm hitting it left, okay, this is probably it, or if I'm hitting this. So it just keeps it very simple, and I feel like I'm not working on a bunch of things, and I'm just out there playing freely and trying to shoot the best score I can, because at the end of the day, that's what counts, and it doesn't matter if I have the most perfect swing or the most perfect looking stroke. It's just about shooting the best score with how I'm playing at that time.
Lydia, being a child prodigy in the spotlight can't be easy, but you've done so with a lot of grace amidst occasional criticism. You never lash out. How have you kept your positivity and your love of the game?
I think my family and friends and team have definitely helped me, and I think when I wasn't playing as great a few years ago, I got really negative and how I viewed myself, and I think I lost the love of the game. But right now, I feel like I love it and enjoy it as much as ever, and I'm when I am practicing, it gets me excited, and I want to work on the things that I have been working on, because then I know that it will be a little bit less stressful on the golf course. But I think just the people around me have helped me go through it, and I know that if I was walking this road by myself, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So I've got a lot to thank them for than give credit to myself.
Lydia, we know you're getting married soon, and you did once say years ago that you would retire at 30. Say it ain't so. Are you going to keep playing?
Yeah, I'm gonna play next year. People will still see me. I'm planning to be out at the first event at my home club at Lake Nona. But yeah, it's just it's an exciting time in my life right now. I'm a very special person that understands my lifestyle, and he's been my number one supporter, as I've been trying to be his number one supporter as well. But yeah, it's just I'm very excited, and I think he has made me love golf more, made me become more grateful and happy for in my life, and I'm excited for things ahead, and these are my last couple events as a Miss, and soon I'll be playing a Mrs. But you will definitely still see Lydia Ko, and hopefully near the top of the leaderboard next year as well.
I have no doubt. It's been so fun watching you play golf over this last decade, Lydia. Thank you so much for the time. Congratulations on everything going on and off the course, and good luck this week at the Pelican.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.